Okay, so welcome everyone to another episode of Cleantech and Coffee. We're sitting here, I'm sitting here with Erik Ubels from OVG, and we've just finished the Nuka Smart Breakfast here today in Stockholm. It was a great day. A lot of people turned up to hear about, where smart buildings are at and where they're going. I thought I'd grab Erik before he heads back off to, where are you heading next? You're heading back to Amsterdam?
Back to Amsterdam,
Yeah, great. So one of the questions that we have for you, you were influential in the building of the Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about the feedback you've had on this, what from my perspective is quite a spectacular building?
Yeah, I mean the feedback, the building went viral, of course, not even when it was finished, even before. I think OVG was pushing the sustainability envelope and the intelligence, the smartness of the building to an extent never seen before. I think we are even still amazed today about how many people come by and want to see the building, want to talk to us, and we're proud of that, of course.
Yeah.
But the most important thing, at the end of the day, you build a building for the tenants, for the people who live in the building.
Of course.
And the fact that more people apply for a job at their company just because they want to work in that building is, I mean, you cannot even believe it. We knew that buildings are going to be tremendously important for the attractiveness of a company. What is your signaling to the community? What do you want to be as a company? And especially in this war of talent which is going on to find the best attractive people. A building is going to be a huge part of it, and that's what's happened to us.
That's an interesting outcome to hear that about the attraction of talent, because how does that work in relation to this idea of remote people wanting to work more remotely and have flexibility in their jobs?
I think there's a very interesting thing we start to notice is for a very long time, I mean, open garden kind of office spaces are not new, agree? This so-called flex and this stuff, and I think people slowly start to realize there's no single answer to either the office of the future, so we don't claim to know the answer. We think an office will be many different things to many different people, so a building has to apply to that and give that to users. But we also, of course, people will work from home, work in a Starbucks, work wherever they want to work.
Yeah, exactly.
At the same time, we see that the building, going to a location to work with your colleagues, to work with your customers, even to relax and maybe go for the fitness or whatever, the community around the building, all of that starts to play a role. And I mean, with all the technology, we don't know where this is going. I mean, I can be sitting next to you while I'm at home with augmented reality or whatever, and yet we think human values are connecting, seeing, reading your expression, being next to you face to face. So we believe that there's always going to be place for buildings, as long as they are attractive and healthy and sustainable.
Well, you've definitely made sure of that with the Edge. So, based on your background then and expertise, what do you think the biggest developments will be in this this industry in the coming 3 years?
I think there's a whole lot of things going on in this industry. When we talk about putting sensors in the building and making it smarter, then it's about digitalization of the actual product, which is going, just started. The Internet of Things, Fourth Industrial Revolution, whatever you call it, just started. Especially because we can apply machine learning and learn from the building and make it continuously improve on energy and sustainability. This is also for the whole design process, the development of 3D models, the construction, the maintenance. But at the end of the day, we build buildings for people. And the well-being, the health is absolutely the number one thing to go after. People need to feel energized, looking forward to go to the location. And not, I have to go to the office again. No, hey, I'm going to the office. I will have good coffee, I will be able to work out, I will see my friends and colleagues. Absolutely important part. So I think the whole well-being is absolutely our mainstay at the moment. This is the most important thing. We love sustainability and technology, but it's enablers for what we do. And yet we see that the industry really has to get their act together to be much smarter, and not just making a building smarter because you can apply as many sensors in the ceiling as you want.
I think our chairman mentioned is you're building a dumb one with smart features, or is it a legitimate smart building? So there is a difference.
But it's also how the industry produces these kind of components. They're not all separate. There's no reason to have them separate.
No.
They all need a cable, they all need power, so combine them. Combine them with light, because it makes a lot of sense. You already have energy there. So it also has to do with lowering the construction cost, lowering the amount of material being used. There are so many parallel systems in the building today, which is basically ridiculous. If you really want to claim that you're sustainable, you also have to look in how much copper actually is being used in the building to get all of this stuff working.
Exactly.
And we can get it down with the industry if they really start thinking about building it differently.
Yeah, and working together, I guess.
Absolutely.
Between, yeah. Well, that's a super interesting way to finish off this quick Cleantech and Coffee here at the Nuka Smart Breakfast. We hope you enjoyed being here, and it was a real pleasure. I know I speak on behalf of everyone at Nuka and say thank you so much for being here.
I thank you, Nuka, and all of you for having us here. It was a pleasure to meet with, yet another a large crowd of people.
Yeah.
And for us, it's not only nice to tell our story, but every time we meet people who have bright ideas and come up with new technologies, and there's always something new to be found.
Well, it's a journey, isn't it?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on. Cheers.
You're welcome.
Tune in for another episode of Cleantech and Coffee sometime in the future.
That's done nicely.